One of the important hurdles for both the buyer and the seller to clear, once the buyer and seller have come to an agreement on price, is the appraisal. Appraisals have been really tough these last few years. There's short sales that come into play, foreclosures that come into play, extremely conservative appraisers. And one of the big questions buyers and sellers both have is what actually qualifies as a comp. So I just wanted to walk you through quickly what a realtor is going to look at in giving you a price range to list your house or to make an offer, and what an appraiser is going to look at. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to go not only to the MLS, which is only properties bought and sold through an actively listed property with a realtor, but they're going to go to the tax records to pull all the properties bought and sold. And what they're looking for is ideally a minimum of 3, maximum of 6 properties that have sold, let's say in the last 6 months, ideally in the same subdivision, or normally no more than a mile out, unless you're in a rural area like the Redlands where they'll go further out. Plus or minus 10% of the square footage of the house, and plus or minus 20% of the square footage of the property. Once they have those properties sold, they try to find ones with similar condition, similar level of upgrades, with or without a pool, with on the water, not on the water, with or without a garage, to get as close as they can to the 3 to 6 similar sales. So for this property that we're comparing on Alhambra Circle, I would use a special software program available to realtors through our board here in South Florida to find all the properties sold on the tax records. I would look for the past 6 months only, within a mile, plus or minus 10% square footage of the home, and then I would see. So for example, this one we have exactly 3. I don't know exactly how these compare in condition, better or worse, if they have a pool, yes or no, so I'm going to look down here and also check the square footage of the lot. These all actually have larger lots. None of them are waterfront, and they all have a pool. So in comparison, this one would actually be reduced a little bit because of the smaller lot. Then I would look up here, and it's saying based on those sold prices on a square footage basis, they would expect this house to sell between 800 and 1.1. This is a very rough estimate. A professional appraiser is going to spend hours doing the appraisal, comparing it to a few more to add in that are maybe a little further out, a little bit larger or smaller, to get a larger sampling. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to find them within 10% of the square footage, 20% of the lot, similar condition. So this is estimating on a square footage price, dollar per square foot, which is what appraisers use, a sale of about $970. Remember, the one we're considering has a little bit smaller lot, so we can expect it to go a little bit less. And there it sold for $935. So you can't be comparing a house right next door that sold if it's 20-30% larger or smaller. They will go a few streets over to get something much closer in square footage. Same thing, you can't be comparing a house that sold a year ago or that sold too far away, even if it's exactly the same square footage. And that's where the skill, expertise, and knowledge of professional appraisers come in. But just to give you an idea, this is how it's done, and a realtor with these tools can help you really hone in on what's an appropriate list price and an appropriate offer price. I hope you found this helpful. Check out my blog, www.thecoralgablesstory.com. Thanks, and have a great day.